Hi. Well, what if you woke up at night and you found an alien creature probing you in your most intimate places? Has that ever happened to you, sir? What if you discovered strange objects implanted in your body? That ever happened to you? Well, not earrings.
No.
You have an implant?
Yeah, I do that.
Oh my God, this stuff is really happening. It's so freaky. Okay, let me ask you people here in the audience, how many of you believe in UFOs? Wow, that's a lot. How many of you are afraid of people who believe in UFOs? Okay. Now, is there anybody out there who's been abducted by an alien besides me? Luckily, I was able to divorce mine. But you got abducted?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be talking to you. I think this stuff is really scary, and on today's show, we're going to launch our own probe into UFOs and alien abductions, implants, and all that weird alien sex stuff that you can't talk about on daytime television, but we're going to talk about it anyway. This is like the Roseanne files. Actually, the number of UFO sightings has increased according to the National UFO Reporting Center. Yes, there is such a place. There were more UFO sightings in the past 2 years than there were for all the previous years that they've been keeping statistics going back to 1943. And the government is not explaining hundreds of sightings, weird lights blazing across the sky and all that. The truth is, people are seeing something, and they're feeling something too. And on today's show, we got this guy who's been abducted over 100 times and claims to have fathered more than 30 alien children. We have a hypnotherapist who helps abductees remember their experiences. And we also have two of the top UFOologists in the world, Dr. Frank Rule and author-investigator Bud Hopkins, and we also have me. Thank you. And I am an alien. I am an alien. Okay, so let's get to the good stuff first. My first guest claims he has been abducted by aliens since he was 5. And he says what he's experienced is unbelievably traumatic and terrifying. So please welcome Jesse Long. So Jesse, the first time this happened to you, you were 5 years old?
Yes.
Can you tell us about it? What happened?
My brother, who's 17 months younger than I am, was 4 at the time. We were playing in the sandbox behind our house in Rogersville, Tennessee, and a man appeared on the hill behind the house, and I just knew I was supposed to go up there.
Was it just like a regular man?
He wasn't a regular man. He was a strange-looking man.
Strange-looking? How strange-looking?
He was tall and dark, very robotic-like, and he had a long rod in his arm.
And you just felt compelled to go there?
To go.
Okay, so you took your brother with you?
I was afraid to go by myself, so I took John by his hand, and we went up on the hill, and we came up what looked like a round house under construction, which was really
a round house under construction?
It was a downed craft, and there were small beings working around it, and as we approached the craft, the man with this rod put it toward us, and a beam of light came out, and we were paralyzed and taken aboard the craft. And my brother got to go into a room and play games and play with toys. And they took me into another room and did medical procedures on me. And he remembers hearing me screaming and crying in the next room.
What'd you think? What'd you think had happened? Did you think you had a nightmare or what?
Well, it took me until 1989 to finally figure out what had happened. I mean, this has been occurring to me 2 to 3 times a year since I was 5. And growing up that way, you have to wonder yourself, you know, am I crazy? Am I losing my mind? Is there something wrong with me? Do I have a brain tumor? And none of that was the case. And
well, what was the medical procedure that they did on you?
They inserted this object in the front of my left leg.
Yeah.
It was a crystal. It looks like a shard of glass. It was in my leg for 34 years. And I finally had it surgically removed.
Now, did you know it was in your leg for 34 years?
Yes, because it hurt.
It hurt for 34 years, but you
Constantly.
go to the doctor and have them take it
No.
out? Why, were you afraid to take it out?
As a child, they told my brother and me, don't ever talk about this. It was almost a threat, you know, don't ever mention this. So as a child, you learn to keep your mouth shut.
But like when you're 34, like you're in your 20s and you got something hurting in your leg, you don't go to the doctor then?
Well, every time, strangely enough, I was never really sick with this object in my leg until it was removed.
But you knew it was there and it didn't bug you that it was there?
No, it bugged me that it was there.
But you were afraid to take it out?
My sock always hurt. I always had to keep my socks below the area.
But you didn't want to take it out, or maybe you didn't think it could come out, or what?
Every time I was at a doctor and I planned on telling him about this object while I was there, once I got to the doctor, it never entered my mind.
So it's like a programming kind of, you feel like it was a programming thing that you weren't supposed to tell, and so you didn't?
Right. Because this thing has been analyzed.
Okay, so take us up to that point. So they remove it from your leg in what year?
May of '89.
And it was put in what year?
The summer of '57.
Okay, and so summer '57, they take this thing out in '89, and what was it?
It's a crystal-like object. It shows up on X-ray, and glass is not supposed to show up on an X-ray.
Yeah.
Glass also is an insulator of electricity. This thing conducts electricity.
Yeah.
And this thing can also modulate radio frequencies.
And then when you got it taken out, you started getting sick?
Yes. I started having panic attacks, high blood pressure, thyroid problems, and I had really never been sick as a child.
So you think they put it in there, what, to like...
It's possible that part of its purpose was to keep me healthy.
Now, do you think you're nuts? Do you think you're crazy? Do people believe you?
For 34 years, I thought I was insane. But I've gone through traditional therapy. I never had any child abuse. There was no other kind of childhood trauma in my past.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about it more because I have to hear about... They took your sperm, forcefully took your sperm, and you got 30 kids out there that are half alien. I gotta talk about that one after this commercial. They're not going to take me, are they?
If you come spend the night with me, they might.
Do they take Jews? I don't think they take Jews. We'll be back after this commercial. I don't think they take Jews.